What's next? Oh God. The WWE Women's Championship match: Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I'll kick this one off if you don't mind, Kronus.
Yeah, sure.
This has been one of the worst builds to a WrestleMania match I have ever seen in my life. I just think this has been, and we're going to talk about that segment. Don't worry.
Yeah,
it's just
very fresh.
from the second that announcer announced Charlotte as the Royal Rumble winner, this has been total shit. A lot of people groaned, including you and me, when Charlotte won the Rumble. Coming back first, she's back. She's been gone for how long? 16 months?
Yeah, for a year, definitely.
Comes back, wins the Rumble. Brilliant. So that was the first sign. And then I just find Charlotte nauseating in every sense of the word. As a heel, as a babyface. You know, she's a great wrestler when she wants to be. No one's denying how good she can be in the ring. But that's only effective when the match comes. That's not effective when you've got like 2.5 months between the Rumble and WrestleMania to build a feud and a match. And this has just been really bad. The promos have been bad. There's not really been a story apart from I'm the experienced one, you're the newcomer, which we've seen 1,000 times before. Yeah. The sit down interview they did, some people liked it. I don't know. It felt a bit off.
Seemed to me like, Charlotte was just trying to just take over.
And she did.
Whether that was supposed to happen, or she did go into business for herself. Either way, it just was bad.
Well, I was watching somebody's coverage of this feud, and they said that it almost felt like Charlotte had Tiffany's lines written down in front of her, and that's a really good observation, because that is exactly how it felt. It's like she knew what Tiffany was going to say and had the responses prepped. That's how it felt. And the problem with this feud is that both of these people look really bad going into this match, which is especially bad for Tiffany, because this is supposed to be a massive moment, uplifting. You're walking into WrestleMania as the champion, like the top prize in the company is yours, and you're walking in defending it. And Tiffany, at the moment, she looks like, she just looks stupid. And that's how she's come across.
I think it's more Charlotte sort of dragging her down.
Yeah, that's the thing. But this is the end result of that
Tiffy's doing or not doing. Yeah,
and this is the end result of this. Now let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown, which occurred 2 days ago. So Wade Barrett's in the ring, and Charlotte comes out, and Tiffy comes out, and I don't know what this was. This was just going to be, what was this? Just a face-to-face? One of those, like, they're going to be face-to-face this week.
In the same outfit.
In basically the same outfit, yeah. Probably, I don't know whether this is tone deaf from WWE, but they must know how unpopular Charlotte is at the moment. So doing this in Chicago was probably not a good idea. Because, Chicago is probably one of the best and smartest wrestling audiences in the US, along with Philadelphia. And they ate her alive, like X-Pac go away heat style.
Yeah.
And they did not let her speak at all. And I was just watching this. I was texting you at the time when I was watching this, like, this is hard to watch. I just want the world to swallow. I felt embarrassed for her. And then Tiffany starts saying stuff like, your usual kind of back and forth thing. And then Charlotte tries to say something, and the crowd keep booing. And eventually Charlotte just gives up. And I think, obviously this has been reported that it's a shoot. And then I think Charlotte says to Tiffany, you can have the last word. I think she said something before that. And she does this like mimicking of Tiffany making squeaky noises. Like, what the hell?
Oh my
God. Like the most cringe thing I've seen in many years. And this is why scripts exist, people. Like, this is why there's very few people you can trust to go completely off script. Like, I'd probably trust John Cena and CM Punk. That's about it. Paul Heyman, maybe. And then, like, the personal jabs started happening. I think Tiffany mentioned that Charlotte was crying on a podcast, which she was because of her divorce. That's real shit. And then she kind of mentioned her dad, Ric Flair, and she mentioned that she's 0-3 in her personal life. And say what you want about Charlotte, but if that wasn't pre-agreed and someone said that in front of, like, the world on live TV, you'd probably be a bit pissed, wouldn't you?
Well, I do see that side of it, but also, Charlotte's been on a podcast and told the world anyway.
Yeah.
B, if Charlotte is going into business for herself and just trying to take over and make herself look great at the expense of Tiffy, then fair play.
I guess so.
Fuck her, to be honest.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, if she might not be as quick to sort of barbs and insults as Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte's fucking terrible. But, you know, if you're being taken off that script and you don't know what to do, of course that's going to be chief among them, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah. I guess in Tiffany's defense, because, you know, you could argue that two wrongs don't make a right, but I guess in Tiffany's defense, if someone goes off script, then your only option is to fight back or stand there and look like a dumbass, which she has for the past few weeks. So I don't know what's going on backstage. I don't know if there's any real heat between these two. I imagine there probably is.
Certainly seems.
However, as a result of this, I'm excited for the match because I think it's just going to be a train wreck. And I
really hope it's like properly stiff.
Well, do you remember Charlotte and Nia got into it one time? Remember that? They had like a shoot fight in the ring. Common denominator here, guys. Ain't Nia Jax. I'm hoping we get do you remember is it SummerSlam 2003, Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan, the overselling? Shawn Michaels like overselling everything. I'm fascinated by how the match is going to play out, but as a build, I'm giving this 2 out of 10. What about you?
Yeah, I'm in the lower regions as well. 2 as well.
2,
I think.
All right, 2.
Yeah.
2. Okay, what's Jeff saying? The WWE Women's Championship has been very slow. Whether that's deliberate or not, it's hard to know. The promos haven't been very good. They have had some exciting brawls, and both went off script in a recent promo on SmackDown. This is leading to questions as to if the match will even take place, and how it will if it does take place. He's gone for a 4 out of 10.
Oh, well, that's optimistic.
Optimistic,
I'm sure it will take place.
Yeah. He's very doom and gloom there. All right, moving on.
Swiftly.